me mo kwa about over daily update. Another Dompre say why Dr. Rashid Tanko, the IT man, wahinte bench warrant. Wahinte just a wamaye who say I know Dompre the din appear or bench warrant so or no so or more then or no so they will come after him. Because I know press seat and also air under contention. Because all those seats, you know, now maybe I'm not going to fast story be a becho and also a fresh one power. And to be remember could say Dr. Rashid, Deputy Director for Eagle Eye for election. I'm not on pray in ye because he seat, you know. And what they say, I'm not on pray crowd nephew. I'm not on pray nephew because of bailiff for an Shana would just to accept say. Unya here or court another pray jar or a hide and seek hide. On the another brown tenant can on the since the last time I coca say I be kumano somewhere in the cry. What an interview? Yes, another praise he would Johnny one nephew Bailey for court now why wanted by court. Ama a year bench warrant so ya wa hint say on be issue bench warrant to what to arrest another pray. Hey, interesting time ahead. It was your daily update to me. You remuntem, your baby didn't come because NDC for any abre. Because karma is real, and can an MPP wabem. Sisianom court. A phenomax Sisiano court. Tineka say, and mere ye ninkaso. And net and out the aba what chinebi. So treat everybody equal. Do what you want others to do for you. Weigh a short advice. I'm not done pray. Sisiano want to maintain fear. Untimi nephew why silence and telling Kabi because another Dompre. She say or hint say you should bench warrant to arrest another Dompre. Another Dompre them and nephew because no so ni sitting under problem our cause so cause you know was it they will come after them. You go team now, God bless.
Will fall in such a trap. So when I say there's always a collusion between them and the MPP, people say I'm always hard on them. I'm not hard on them. Why will you fall in such a trap? Because in the last IPAC meeting, Evans was there. I was there. We all agreed. This Ȧၤڕețî thing. 62 you don't have. They say they don't have. Easy told us, point blank, they don't have any of them.
Okay. The Electoral Commission.
The Electoral Commission.
Okay.
And we say yes, we too had difficulties because of the vandalism and all that. We lost some of our distance. Easy Evans told us, yes, they don't have it, but they have scan copy. And we say, Master, stop your scan copy. We are not going to accept anything scan copy. Our electoral laws are manual, and they are telling us that you must have your manual pink sheet handy so that we can compare with the original from the EC. You don't have. You are saying scan copy. I can also go and bring scan copies. I can sit behind my laptop and design it. So nobody's going to ask. Stop that thing. That was on Thursday. We're supposed to meet on Friday. But because of the court ruling on Saturday, we all defer and said after that, we'll meet the next Monday. Then quickly, this court, knowing what they were trying to do, you know what they did? They moved the matter, the ruling to 12 midday. You remember? They had planned it already. And quickly after ruling, Sunday, they said they were declaring results. They've run to their offices and started using scanned copies. And that is the crooked nature of these people I always say, and Ghanaians don't see them. So we agreed on this. Nobody's going to use scanned copy. Yet, because we filed against the continual declaration, collation of this thing, after the ruling, these people quickly ran and said they were going to do it. Okay, let's declare it. After all, before they say Jack Monday, we have declared, we will gazette it. That is what they were trying. And they were using scanned copies. Unfortunately, on their part, some of our boys went and stormed there and stopped them. They managed to bring themselves together again and continue to use the scanned copies of MPP. EC don't have even one pink sheet, they don't have. These are black one off. I challenge anybody who tells me EC has a pink sheet on it. They don't have. When they brought their own presiding officers, they saw some of the scanned copies, they were running away from it. They said, this is not my signature. This is not a figure. I didn't write this. Their own people. And yet, EC was forcing to accept those things. Just trying to assuage the pain of the MPP. That's what they were just trying to do.
So, what will be the solution to Ȧၤڕețî?
The solution is in Supreme Court. We are there. We have gotten them now through substitution service. The next sitting, they will come. If they don't come, you see what has befallen us, Akotia. We will get them. All of them will be arrested for defiling court orders. They will be arrested. I told you this man, they will arrest him. the Akotia man. You see, they are still thinking we are in the era of FCs, 99 FCs and all this. They only go to court and the court ruled for them and all that. They think we are in the era. The judges themselves didn't like the thing they were doing. They were forcing them to do that kind of thing they were doing. They're asserting their independence now. That's why they asked that they should arrest that man. An injunction on you, you defy the injunction, went ahead to be sworn in as if they are law to themselves. This is what they are doing. I know Dompre today. We are in court with him again. If he doesn't come, another bench warrant will issue for him. I said we'll chase these people one by one. We'll make sure that we remove them from the August house using the legal process. Because these are illegal guys.
You think you won the Nsama Dwa?
Yes. We want that in. They use the same modus operandi they used in 2020. Enforce themselves. You remember when we came to Tesano police station? I was on them that midnight. Look, the same fake pink sheet they brought on that day to declare no Dompre. When we came there and look at the pink sheet, 5 of them already we saw that we just told you, look, you people, you are not even smart thieves. Look at what you have brought. Look at this. These are photocopy ones. They are not even correct. And look at the figures. Your figures are even more than the registered voters in the constituency. Look at what you are doing. So they say, well, let's flag this, flag it. That's what they started doing. That let's flag this, and continue. I say, we won't continue in it. We won't continue. This thing will not continue.
By the end, he was declared.
Tesano, they couldn't. You know, we stopped them. We stopped them, and the following day, we came back. They wanted to do it. We said, no way. We managed to injunct the whole process. And that's why people didn't understand when they saw us shouting on top of our voice on that day, because we wanted the law. The bailiff came, do you know that the police had banter with them on that day, especially the CID boss that day. Later she has to apologize. I told her, you are behaving like a woman organizer of MPP. You are a CID. A bailiff will come. You don't want the bailiff to serve the service on another Dompre. They managed to get another Dompre out from the place. Interesting, the police, about 5 or 6 of them were preventing the bailiff, holding him not to serve the team. Can you imagine? This was the thing they did all this in, just trying to, yes, at that place.
Preventing a bailiff from
bailiff on that day. The footages are there. Your cameras are people, if you go and look at it, they will tell you what was going on at that place. I told them. And then later on, they tried to explain what made the IGP, the reason behind all this. I told, look, a fugitive is a fugitive. There's no other way to describe it. It's running away. We will get it. Today, we are in court against Kforidua High Court. I know Dompre case. He'll come. If he doesn't come, we'll find a way of getting him through the way we got this Akotia guy. Because these people, they are illegally occupying the city. This, especially Okakui Central. The same thing. The same thing. The same modus operandi they use and got away with this. But unfortunately, they have stepped on a different this landmine. It will blast their leg. We are not going to allow it. We will pursue it till casket. I'm telling you. We will make sure that this people
are the total number of seats is 9.
Yes, we are pursuing Ablekuma North. The other one is even a standby. They are not going to. We won't allow any declaration until the court processes.
They still do not have an.
Yes, we want the right person to be there. Okay. It's better to not have an MP.
Ultimately, the right person is found to be an MP, the MPP woman.
How can she be a right person? She didn't win. She lost massively.
But you said you won the right person.
Oh, I'm saying that these people, they brought fake. If you are a right person, how do you bring fake pink sheets to come and you want them to declare you a winner? If you are right, why are you running from the court? She's a fugitive. She's been running away. You can't get it. They don't even sleep in their houses because the bailiffs are always coming. They don't see them.
But the problem with Ablekuma North is also that even the primary material, which is the ballot papers in the ballot box,
yes,
that one is even destroyed.
See, our electoral system, those ballot papers are immaterial.
Okay.
As soon as pink sheets are signed and copies are given to political parties, okay, the ballot papers is become immaterial. It is only when election petition, they are asking for a recount and all that. That's the time only a high court judge can call for a ballot boxes for a recount. That when they are having challenge like overvoting.
Yes.
And then you send it to high court and the matter is being adjudicated. They might want to see the papers themselves counted to be sure that actually there was overvoting or there was no overvoting. That's an issue. But here we are not talking about that matter. Okay. It's a different thing. That's what I'm saying. These MPP people organize themselves when and bend the places, bend people. These are their tricks. They have been doing all this. These are their tricks. I'm happy NIB and all, they are investigating that matter. We'll get them. Nobody should come and be talking of witch hunting anywhere. They have been doing this for quite some time now and getting away with it. I would say they brought fake pinches, fake ones. Their own presiding officers came and said, these are fake ones. The returning officer said, you can't do that. You said it. Come and say this one there. I'll give your job to you. Because they were forcing him to do an illegality.
So let's count now. Ȧڕڕețî North.
Ȧڕڕețî North.
Akotia is also another.
Yeah, Akotia is there.
Okay. Tema Central.
Tema Central is there.
One Samadonjiri.
Samadonjiri is there.
Okaiko Central.
Okaiko Central is there.
Then
you see, Obuasi is there.
Okay.
That one too, we've got another thing. They are running away. We'll get them. Ȧڕڕețî North and Ȧڕڕețî South West.
Okay.
It's also the Ȧڕڕețî South.
Ȧڕڕețî South.
Yes. We are chasing them.
This is 9 seats.
Yes. Good.
And you're confident that you won all the seats?
I say we'll chase them on it. Our supporters to be rest assured. Our eagle eyes. They think because we are in government now, everything is going to die. We are not even warming up. We are warming up. We are not going to use any Rambo style or anything to this. We'll use the legal process. We'll follow through the legal process and make sure that the right persons are represented in the House. Not illegal people. Look, it's better not to have an MP than have a wrong person sitting there taking decisions for you. That's what we are doing.
If you say it's better not to have an MPP than have the wrong person sitting there.
Yes. Is it not good?
Because if
I believe
we will recall what happened in the case of the people of Sao.
Yes.
We all complain about it for the 4 years.
Yes.
We say it is not proper to do that. So why would you deny a constituency of an MP?
We didn't deny. Sao, they didn't even allow them to vote. Did they vote?
Okay.
They didn't decide for any MP. They didn't give them the opportunity to vote. 6th December, Madam Jean Mensah constituted herself to a Supreme Court judge and issued a fiat that nobody should vote for parliamentary candidate in those areas. I'm surprised people are not even coming up with issues against that one. We are politicians. When you come, they say which anthem. We don't want to go that path. Fiat, executive fiat. She had executive powers and stop them from participating in the elections. This one, nobody stopped them. They voted for their candidate. They voted for the person they wanted to represent them in the House. And yet some crooked people want to deny the rightful person voted for and want another person to go and represent. That's an illegality. That's not the right person.
There are those who are asking me to ask you about Damongo.
Yes, Damongo was a very interesting matter. Unfortunately, we had to drop it because the facts were not adding up the way we wanted it. We said, look, per the Eagle Eye project that we're doing, we needed concrete facts, enough evidence, so that we can attack it well. But the Damongo one was a bit dodgy. We're not too sure of certain things. And so we didn't want to go that path. But nonetheless, we are still looking at some information that we are gathering. We are still within the period of looking at it, but we didn't have the right one. But I know of Panda, that one is properly filed, but I think there was an issue of the Gazette, so they had to refile again on that one. Panda is another issue, so they are pursuing those things. The director is very much aware. It is not the electoral commissioner or the commissioners there. It is the returning officer. So if the returning officer has done his job, declared somebody a winner, your duty as commissioner is to gazette same. If somebody is aggrieved with the declaration, he cannot come with election petition proper at the High Court under Article 91 of the Constitution. Not the person should go and run behind the commissioners, and the commissioner will sit down and say that we are not going to recognize it because the declaration was not properly done. It doesn't lie in their mouth. They don't have that power.
So you think that what the MPP should have done is actually to file an election petition?
An election petition. Not to go and hide an amendment saying that the EC has refused to do collation and declare this, they must be forced to do that. They have already done that.
So the declaration was what?
The declaration was that the court asked that the EC should go and continue the collation of the constituencies, and they mentioned some certain polling station numbers. And I said, look, in an election, that's what I'm saying, that people, because we are not educating the public about elections, polling station results can be nullified due to certain actions at the polling. For instance, if there are overvoting in a polling station, the law says they must nullify the votes. It will not be added to the tally. The people are supposed to vote, they are 500, and you come and vote 520. Where from the 20? That's clear overvoting. On the face of it, is that not true?
Yes.
So they will just nullify the votes. So when they are tallying the results at the collation center, that polling station will not be added. So if you have 20 polling stations and one has been nullified, they will declare the results using how many polling stations? 19. So you can't go and say, because one polling station was not added, they should go and do recollation. Have you found out whether that polling station there was overvoting? That's why it was not added. You have not found out that. So go and file a petition, and then the court will ask that, let's find out the veracity of it. They will now bring the box with the pink sheet, open it, recount, and do all these things. But you don't just go and see the face of it and say, so and so number of polling stations were not counted, and yet they declared result. Have you found out the reason why those polling stations were not added? Tema Central had 3.
Okay.
3 were not added.
3 polling stations.
Polling stations were not added.
Okay.
And they declared Our Lady
Right,
winner.
yeah.
Okay. Then you run and say, because 3 polling stations were not added, you won't accept. Then the electoral commissioners, because they wanted at all costs to show up the numbers of MPP in parliament, because of their disaster that has fallen on them, they quickly said, no, we are nullifying it, we won't accept until the 3 polling stations. Have you found out the reason why those 3 polling stations were nullified?
Okay.
Why the returning officer didn't add it? They were overvoting in some of them. So if they are overvoting, definitely they will nullify it. It won't be added. They will go ahead with the 3 polling stations. And it doesn't lie in the mouth of the court. That's why I've been saying that when people look at it and say, so and so number of polling stations were not added, and yet they declared, because you don't understand the electoral system. Overvoting can occur even up to 100 polling stations. They will nullify all of them. That is a fact. Yes, if you are a careless person and you think you can rig the election by padding up numbers plenty at the polling stations, and we have our eagle eye on them, and they are your strong, they will nullify them.
So you insisted that areas where you saw
saw problems with the polling stations, we're not going to add them. That is why we have 62 in Blakuma North.
68?
Yes.
So what was the problem with those 62? Because
there were problems. There were problems with them. Some of them, the presiding officers couldn't come with it. Some, they were vandalized. The EC themselves didn't have. Who was supposed to have the original didn't have it. So when they put the tally together and they had challenges in getting these 62 areas and all that, they declared their woman winner. It's accepted in the electoral law. If there are challenges in it, like I just explained, in a polling station, that polling station will be nullified. You can't force people to put bad results on and add it up to declare somebody. That's what the MPP are masters in. Manufacturing fake pin sheet and concocting figure on them. That's how they are masters in it.
But they say they have scanned copies of all the police stations.
That is why I'm saying that they are masters in it. At IPAC meeting, the last IPAC meeting before.
But how do you do a scanned copy? Is a copy of the original?
Where is the original? You say you have scanned copy. So where do you scan it from? Bring it. You say you don't have. So which one did you scan? Look, my brother, I can design. I told you I have a background in graphics. Give me a laptop and Photoshop or Corel Draw, the one they used to add materials for mathematics. MPP, they are not serious with their electoral copies. Software we used in the 90s. That was what we're using in designing. Corel Draw, Corel 9, 11, 12, and all this. And I always heard them saying that they used it to add figures. How can you use Corel Draw figures? This is easy. Very crooked people. Now, I can design a pink sheet and put figures on it and come and show it to you and say, this is a scanned copy. Will you accept that? Will you accept it? And I'm telling you that I don't have the original, but I scanned it. I have this, the scanned copy. And then it's easy.
I was like, and I said, you made it for comment, show on. A better brain, I can't make tea for an energy for unity. I don't pray. You say, no, don't pray, ya don't pray, and I know I can't dream me. But ya don't pray, sit, you know. I want a full update, and Yakofa Abesmari for near TV. We are not on press it, you know. Wamiati as I not on pray. She say, no, on only seat, you know. The iron in the 18 time, a be free in sha because I not on pray, for the right channel, and you call Mrashibi de Fiona. Abusian, subscribe daily, I'll be 24/7. Ejuma at the Summer for any TV. Continue for you. abera wo share dwumade na wo like no. Nyame ehira no onyo Kesi. God bless you. Stay tuned, stay connected.